Hey everybody, Max Monty 1516 here, back again with another Thomas Wooden Railway 2022 review. Today I've got Toby here for you guys, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, right there is the new Toby box, as you can see, and there's a good look at his model there on the front. When I was opening him from the bag that Amazon shipped him in, I did accidentally graze the box. It's fine, you know. But anyway, again, there's a good look. You know, name, logos, and then name on the top there in a couple languages. And then, yeah, just overall, still a really good box in my opinion. And we'll go ahead and open them up. One interesting thing I want to note is that for some reason there was a rubber band around him in the box. And I'm not really sure why, but, oh well, you know, it's something interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Toby. Now, Toby for me in this range is a first, and that is because he's the first model that I don't actually like. And yeah, I mean, this is going to sound kind of harsh, but Toby's just not a good model, and we'll get into the reasons why in just a moment. But first, I want to take a look at the things I actually do like. So, of course, right there, we'll start at the front, and there is Toby's face. Now, Toby's face is very accurate. I mean, you know, the amount of times he's sad in the CGI series, I mean, they got it pretty spot on. I just wish he wasn't like that. Again, like I said in the previous couple reviews, I just wish they were just happy, man. These guys deserve to be happy. They shouldn't be sad or surprised or whatever. Again, I still can't say I'm too big of a fan of just the different expressions when there's no alternates or, like, no happy version out there. But yeah, continuing on the front there, Toby has buffer beam printing, and I really like that. Though there is a problem, and I'm sure you guys can see it pretty clearly there. But, yeah, looking there, Toby's buffers are printed really sloppily. And they're, like, oddly misshapen. And I'm sure that comes across on camera, but it's just weird, you know? I don't really know why it's like that. And this is a consistent problem across all Toby models. And, I've seen other people have them on Twitter and everything, and yeah, same exact thing. Though, I will say, at least the printing on my model is very crisp everywhere else. And some others can't really say that because, you know, I've seen quite a few Tobys where the printing is actually really sloppy and kind of just faded or something like that, so I'm glad mine looks good. But yeah, continuing on the front there, just like Edward and Henry, Toby did not get the Rivet updates in Season 23, although he does have them here on this model. So I guess that would have showed us where he has rivets, and as you can see there, I'm sure they come across, like you can see them pretty easily on the side there like that. So yeah, anyway, Toby's also got the front windows and a lamp here, very nice detail. And just moving on to the side, I mean, it's pretty standard Toby detailing, you know, he's got the two doors here, and then he's got his number right there. He's also got a couple side windows, everything looks pretty good, I like the colors a lot. And then also on the top here, everything is printed on. He does have a funnel, bell, whatever this thing's meant to be. And yeah, and quickly looking at the back, same problem with the buffers. Not entirely sure why, but there they are. And Toby does have a red tail lamp on the back as well. So, yeah, that's Toby. And I'm sure there's one thing that's gonna, you know, that you guys can easily tell that's wrong with him. I'm not gonna get to that yet, because one thing, my favorite thing about this Toby, he's got 6 wheels. Finally, he has a middle axle and a correct number of wheels. This is the first time this has happened in 30 years, and I'm super happy about it. So yeah, I mean, it's a real shame that everything above the cow catchers and side plates just don't really live up to what they really could have. But yeah, Toby is way, way too thin, and he's way, way too tall. And we'll get to that in the comparisons moment. But, yeah, so, as you can see there, you know, Toby's body is just too thin, and the cow catchers just don't line up like they should. If Toby's body was wider, it should be flush, or at least nearly flush, but there's all of this space here that's just, and when you look at him from afar, especially from the front there, it's just like, man, that does not look like Toby. So, yeah, overall, Toby is just, this one fault really just kind of screws with the whole model, in my opinion, and it probably ruins it for a lot of other people. And yeah, another thing is that, like I said, Toby's way too tall. And the printing here doesn't even reach the top of his roof there. Like, there's a bunch of this empty dead space here. It looks really awkward. And again, the roof printing doesn't really hit the edges either. So you've just got this really, like, unfinished looking areas here. I mean, it's almost like Thomas Wood, even though, you know, is actually painted, but still. Very, very lackluster in a lot of areas. And now, quickly, I am going to do some comparisons. So, our first comparison here, I've got 2013 Toby, as you can see there. And here is our 2022 Toby. Yeah, you know, just looking. Let's compare them side by side, first of all. Wow, look at that height difference. That's incredible. And also super inaccurate. Why is he so tall? That bothers me so much. But anyway, looking on the fronts there, this is a fantastic Toby face. This is what this model should have had, as you can see there. Although mine is just a tad crooked. But yeah, still, anyway, a lot better in my opinion. Although he is missing buffer beam detailing, which is a big thing lacking here, so I will give a point to the new model there. Although again, I wish the buffers looked better. So, you know, it's kind of a win-lose or lose-win situation. Whatever you want to call it. Anyway, looking on the sides here, as you can see, Toby's wheels are actually pretty different. He's got the black wheels with the, like, white printing in the middle there, and, like, the spokes and stuff. Looks pretty good, actually. And he's got a special type of wheel, because as we all know, that the new Wood Rally models have, like, these huge, bulging out wheels. And Toby doesn't, of course. He needs room for the side plates there. So we actually come off with this really normal-looking wheel that I kind of wish the rest of the range had. And they don't for some reason, but they had this wheel available and just decided not to use it, so oh well. Anyway, yeah. So again, I'll show the backs, as you can see there. Again, the detailing is pretty similar, so again, not too much to compare there. But again, I mean, wow, just the height difference is awful. But one big thing that this Toby is lacking is an actual roof, and that is what the 2013 model has. As you can see here, the roof is a separately fitted piece. It actually looks like a roof. There's like this little overhang here, which is accurate and everything. It just looks a lot more finished versus this. And yeah, you know, it's just, again, it just looks super awkward. I think that's the best way to describe this Toby, is that he's just awkward. So, yeah. Anyway, again, just quickly showing the two like that. And again, just the sides there. It's just such a difference. And of course, nothing on the top here is molded, whereas Toby does have a funnel, but there is a lack of printing here, so I mean, I guess there is something up here. But overall, yeah, again, I don't really have that much to say, but man, you know, just, they really dropped the ball on this Toby model. You know it's bad when Thomas Wood is doing better than you. Here is the 2020 Thomas Wood Toby, and this is actually a surprisingly good model. It's not perfect, and it's still not as good as the Wooden Railway model, but hey, it looks pretty good to me. So yeah, as you can see here, I think the Wood Toby is what the Wooden Railway 2 Toby should have, like, tried to be more like. Because as you can see here, it definitely pulls off not having a roof more, as you can see. You know, the printing actually does hit the edge pretty much, so that's one thing. And then, of course, the face here, that's a really good Toby face, like I said. And of course, buffer beam printing here, and with molded buffers, which is very interesting, although they aren't painted, so that's unfortunate. And of course, again, the front decals are pretty similar, except Toby's a lot lighter of a brown, and I actually prefer this light brown on Toby there. And again, there's just no, like, awkward dead space or anything in the printing. It just looks very nice, and honestly, this is a pretty good-looking Toby model. I actually really like this. So again, yeah. What's interesting is that Toby, like, has this glitter in his side plates. Not really sure why, but that's just an interesting thing about the Wood model I thought I'd point out. And again, looking at the back there, as you can see, just, man, Toby's, to me, it looks like someone took this Toby model and just, like, stretched him upwards. Like, if you kind of squashed him down a bit, and, like, he was wider and a bit shorter in height, he'd be a lot more proportional. And I don't know why he looks like this. He looks really goofy. So, again, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this Toby. There's really not too much good I can say. When pictures of this model were revealed at first, I tried my hardest to like him. But really, I don't think I can that much. So, yeah, very unfortunate how this turned out, but honestly, I'm sorry, this is just a really lackluster Toby model. If you want to get him for completion's sake, I mean, I guess go ahead. But honestly, I would recommend the new or the old 2013 Toby, or heck, even this Wood Toby is a lot better. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to say on Toby. Yeah, sorry this review wasn't as positive, but Again, there's not too much positive about this Toby model, so I'll see y'all later. Max Monty 1516, signing out.